Welcome to This Week on Main Street. I'm Chris Owens, Executive Director, here along with Perry Williams, the President of our Board of Directors. And kind of a rainy Wednesday, but not slowing down any the less. We have been out and active in the community. We'll talk about that coming up, but let's start with last weekend and recap what all happened. It was a busy weekend in downtown Noblesville. Starting on Friday, I fought the urge to go to the Strawberry Festival on Friday, but we did have a jazz show out there Friday night with the David Hartman Band. And
good turnout.
Great crowd, great response to that event. And, the layout of that happens on the northeast corner of the courthouse lawn, and there's kind of a row of bushes on the north side that's kind of what I call the back of the house.
Yeah.
They expanded well past the back of the house and were flowing over onto the walkway there, and it was really nice to see. A beautiful evening in downtown.
Oh, it was. It was absolutely gorgeous. When we went by up there, you're exactly right that there were people sitting over there in that area. Quite a few, in fact.
It was a very good evening to be out and about in downtown Noblesville, and then of course Saturday we got things rolling at the farmers market. A couple hiccups with Kids Day, but hopefully we're able to rectify that and bring back an inflatable at some point to fulfill our promise as part of that event. But really, you were out there about the same time I was, about 9:30 or so, and that seems to be right before it really picks up and gets busy.
10 o'clock is kind of the magic hour.
I think a lot of youth sports kind of wrap up their first game of the day by then, and then the crowd seems to pick up at 10 o'clock. But good foot traffic, starting to see a lot more local produce come through as well.
Absolutely, and those vendors are very busy, just like everybody else. I mean, there was people at almost every booth when I was out there, because I usually take a big walkthrough like you do and try to speak to as many vendors as we can, because we appreciate what they do.
Absolutely. And the hunt is on for sweet corn. I have not had the official notification it's going to be out there this week, but you got to think we're getting close.
Yeah, real close, real close.
So we enjoyed a great day out at the farmers market on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon we were able to plug into the Strawberry Festival. 39 years St. Michael's has been doing that out there.
They do a great job in that.
They do a wonderful job, and they obviously attract a lot of local attention. There was a little bit of an art fair out there. Nickel Plate Arts was out there both days, both Friday and Saturday, and really kind of a nice scene down on the north and northwest side of the courthouse square. And then roll into Sunday, I wasn't able to make it out there, but the pictures I saw on social media of the car show in Forest Park looked phenomenal.
Yeah, and I heard that they had to turn cars away. They had so many cars that wanted to show and everything, and I know the crowd was huge out there.
So obviously summer has officially kicked off in downtown Noblesville, and we're in the thick of events. Just looking at the next couple of weeks and what's coming up, we've got another Music and All That Jazz show on Friday, July the 1st, and then of course the holiday weekend there with the 4th of July coming up Monday. I've been in several planning meetings for events happening around there. Of course, Main Street is in charge of the parade this year, and are receiving those entries and applications and getting all the logistics worked out for that. The parade happens at 5 p.m. Traditional parade route in downtown, starting on 16th and ending back on Monument, goes down Logan, up 10th. The parade route people are probably most familiar with. And then, of course, I think 7 o'clock is when the fireworks festival kicks off out at the high school.
Right.
Robert Harrington, Elena Schonkweiler, Mike Hoffmeister, a lot of people with the city, street department, fire department, police department have put in a lot of hard work to get ready for this, and expecting a great turnout there as well. And then we talked about it a little bit last week. Only a couple days between events, we do our second Meals for the Market. That is a sold-out event on the 7th, and that rolls right into the street dance on July 9th. It's hard to believe it's here already.
Jim, what do you got coming up on movies here coming up? I'm sure you have one this week, Friday.
We have one on Friday with Cary Grant. Mr. Blandon builds his dream house. And then on Saturday we'll be at Bethel Lutheran Church showing a Bob Hope movie for people that in the neighborhood and the volunteers from Serve Noblesville.
Well, cool.
And that's
So-
a good transition, so I appreciate you throwing out the gym there. It is Serve Noblesville week, and as we sit here at about 11 o'clock on Wednesday, Serve Noblesville kicked off this morning. A little bit dampened by rain, but we're going rain or shine nonetheless. Got a great planning team, and I'm very honored to be a part of that, very humbled, I should say, to be a part of that. We kicked off at 8:30 this morning out at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds. And this is an intense 4 days. There's really a year of programming and planning that goes into this 4-day stretch. And I would love to list all the partners. I'm not going to because I'm afraid I'll forget one. But really, it's a chance for the faith community and other community-based organizations in Noblesville to really pull together and do an intensive 4-day community service project. And it's really kind of something to see as a participant, as a volunteer, which I have been the last couple of years, but then to kind of get behind the curtain and realize all the coordination and planning and after-hours work that goes into this to help better the lives of some in our community. It's really impressive. In fact, we've got a video on it, and we'd like to show that to you now. Hi, I'm Chris Owens, Executive Director of Noblesville Main Sreet, and I'm a member of the Planning Committee for Serve Noblesville. Serve Noblesville is a collaborative effort between several members of community organizations and the faith community in Noblesville to create an outreach or a series of outreach projects in our community. Serve Noblesville really has several different areas of influence, including Crafts for a Cause. There's a partnership with Habitat for Humanity of Hamilton County. They work in conjunction with Keep Noblesville Beautiful and their neighborhood blitzes, including some repair for individual homeowners. And there's typically a project with the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville as well. There are several benefits to being involved with Serve Noblesville, including an enhanced or increased community presence, showing that you're a socially responsible company, and a chance to create some new and different relationships, but some milestone projects in the community, things that can be revisited on an annual basis. Last year it was important for Noblesville Main Sreet to be involved because we do so many other events around Noblesville, specifically in the downtown area. I thought this was a chance for us to give back, as well as the focus of what we do is around community connection, so this was just an extension of that. We had the opportunity to work at the Boys and Girls Club last year, and was fortunate enough to be joined by a couple of my board members out there, and really used it as kind of a team building experience in the context of community building. And what we were able to accomplish with the help of Restoration Church and some others was really a beautification project at the Boys and Girls Club that we saw the benefit of driving by on almost a daily basis. Serve Noblesville is scheduled for June 22nd through June 25th, 2016, and you can find more information at the website servenoblesville.com. So the question is, how can you serve Noblesville? There are actually several different ways: through in-kind partnerships and donations, through volunteerism, and through monetary gifts. We'd encourage you to think about these options and contact us soon. So there's a little more about Serve Noblesville, and if you can get past the guy talking in the video, there's actually a lot of good content there. This has been, like I said before we showed the video, a real pleasure to be invited to be on the planning team for this. A lot of folks are starting to take attention or take notice of Serve Noblesville and want to know how to get involved if they weren't able to pre-register. We'll be doing kickoffs each of the next 3 days, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, at 8 a.m. at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds. At this point, pre-registration is closed, obviously online, but I do believe there's a list of projects that remains, and if you're interested, you can actually join us on site on each of the next 3 mornings. Again, 8 a.m. out at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds, and we'll have a waiver you can complete on site, and you can actually plug into a project that day. The nice thing about the event this year is the planning team really did a great job of trying to find a variety of projects for different ages and different skill levels. So there's everything from, as we speak, there's a floor repair happening, which is obviously a little bit more skilled labor, to something very creative believe, with Crafts for a Cause out at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds. So it's really nice to see that level of attention to detail, and just the amount of people. There are over 1,200 volunteer opportunities as part of this 4-day project, with over 50 projects throughout the community. It's just kind of mind-blowing to sit back and think about all that could occur in this time period.
Yeah. Now, what about the man hours? Have you estimated the man hours that possibly has gone into last year and this year?
There is that estimate out there. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it's I'm sure it will.
It looks like I've seen
step back.
several groups yesterday even working on projects at the girls softball field and
Yeah, and that's another good example. I'm glad you brought that up. We're getting community support from not only Noblesville, but I believe the Hamilton Heights girls soccer team is going to plug in and do a project tomorrow. The Noblesville varsity football team is going to do, I think they're doing 2 to 3 projects, if I remember right. And I apologize for not having all the details
right?
in front of me. Yeah. But it is rain or shine. We're making some adjustments today, obviously based on the rain. But hopefully we'll front load some other projects and be able to bump those others that are a little bit more weather dependent back into the schedule. It's been fun to be a part of, and it's not done. So the big one coming up Friday is the Teen Serve event, and that's going to happen at 9 o'clock on the Courthouse Square. A great chance for our youth to get involved with our downtown and help spiff it up a little bit, and then they will enjoy a cookout on the courthouse lawn. Then later on Friday afternoon, the Serve planning team and others will be back out there for a community cookout from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And hot dogs and burgers while they last, so we invite you to come join us for that.
And that's when you're doing your movie out there then, or?
No, we got our movie at Forest Park on Friday.
Oh, okay.
It'll
So
be-
The movie will
Saturday.
be at Bethel Lutheran on
yeah,
Saturday.
We'll be at Lutheran, and that'll be behind the church in the big field.
Oh, okay.
We'll be doing the movie on Saturday night.
Okay.
And then I know you had another service-oriented project you wanted to mention.
Yeah, the one thing about it is there's a lot of good things, and a lot of people are opening up their hearts and their pockets and stuff to serve this community. And another big project that's going to happen this Friday from noon till 5 o'clock, and it's right across the street here from the studio at North Central Co-op, the Country Mark service station here. 50 cents of every gallon of gas will go to the National Guard Family Readiness Group. So, it's a big opportunity, and if you could hold off getting any gasoline in your vehicles, 1, 2, or as Jim's got 4 or 5, fill them up and give that 50 cents back per gallon to our servicemen, because they truly deserve it.
It's great opportunity to give back. And again, folks want to know more, the website is servenoblesville.com. So we'll get through this weekend and move into the holiday weekend and the parade, and then get ready for the street dance. I'm very excited to see the community out and support the street dance. It's our 25th annual. Lemon Wheel will be back with us, and in addition to the other elements, hope to be announcing the beer garden very soon. Clancy's is going to be back this year and part of the event.
Which was a big success last year.
Very big success. So we're excited to see them. They released their T-shirt design on their Facebook page the other day. So something to look forward to there. We'll have the touch truck back, and then the kids zone, business showcase, marketplace, of course the stage with DJ Gene Ott, and the ice cream eating contest. We've got the movie Minions behind the Judicial Center, and we'll also have 2 new elements this year. Colts in Motion is scheduled to be with us from 4 to 6 p.m., and the Pacers Fan Band is set to be there the entire duration of the Kids Zone from 4 to 8 p.m. So really, if you can't find something to do for somebody in the entire family through all those, I don't know how to help you at this point.
With the Pacers and the Colts both coming, I haven't been at many events that both of them are there. So this is kind of unique here that they'll both be here at the street dance.
Well, I think there is obviously a lot to do down there, and I'm to that point where I'm kind of tired of talking about it. I want to get there.
Yeah,
I
get
kind
it-
of want
get it
to
on,
do
yeah.
the actual event. I know where I'll probably find you at Clancy's 1 or 2 times throughout the evening.
I don't know, because I don't like standing in that big a long line. Now, if Kathy decides to stand in that line, I might have her
You just need
give
to
me
hire
a topper.
You need to hire a proxy.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, then
I probably won't stand that big long, because you and I probably won't have time.
I just got to make sure I eat that day. That's the
Yeah,
key. There's so much going on and so much happening. And then after we finish that, we're just a couple weeks out for the Back to School Bash, and we are accepting food vendor applications for the Back to School Bash. That's on our website, as well as some of the other booth applications for that event as well. That's going to be on July 29th from 5 to 8 p.m. in a great partnership with Noblesville School. You know, you always get a little bit of grief when you mention back to school, but we think this is
right around the corner here.
I think this is a great way to kind of end what we know now as summer and get people excited about the school year and the great things that Noblesville Schools does. So that's really all I have for today. Anything else from you?
No, just make sure that everyone goes out and supports all these great events and all these charity events, and those people that are working hard out there, a thank you or appreciation word would be great.
I'm glad you mentioned that too. And one guy that doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, I want to make sure that we honor, and he would probably hit me for saying this, but Patrick Probst, the lead pastor at Faith Community Church, is the chair of Serve Noblesville, and really does a great job of organizing a lot of personalities, a lot of volunteers, and a lot of projects. And so, Patrick, on behalf of our planning committee, thank you very much for what you do to support our community. Again, the website is servenoblesville.com. You can find more information about Main Street events on our social media, and that's another good thing. If you're not physically able to come out, maybe your schedule doesn't allow, or whatever, please help us share the story. The hashtag that we're using is Serve Noblesville 2016, and certainly any support, any volunteerism is appreciated. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week on This Week on Noblesville Main Street.
Hold on, my mouse died. Are you just going to have to sit there and smile until I get my mouse to work so I can...
The technology being what it is, we're not off the air yet, so if you have any questions on any events, our phone number at the office is 317-776-0205, and our office is open Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Again, thank you for joining us for This Week on Main Street.